what's up? What's new? Hello to Thea the Awakening, Return of the Giants. As you can see, I just got this game. We're gonna see what it's all about. Let's see, Zavarog, the god of sun and heavenly fire, the first son of Perun. Perun is over here. When the darkness came, it almost took your life, filling your very being with its curse, but you held on to life and fell down to Thea to protect those of your worshippers who still live, providing small rays of sunshine and warmth for as long as you could. You ensured their safety. You know not how the sun finally returns, but now that it has, you must shine a light of hope and bless the way for your people in Thea. And I guess I can level up my character. The Mother Earth life birth and nature are your domains. Okay. So I get to pick a class for my character. Warriors! I guess if I head to the right, I get it. Oh, so the more riskier it is, the more score multiplier would be. I need to start small first before I can move on. Playing as Perun. No, not Perun, I'm sorry. Playing as, I forgot this dude's name. The God of Sun. Just call him the God of Sun. The God of Sun and heavenly fire.
Thea is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the High Pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes.
This reminds me of Dark
This means
Sword.
sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down, so get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the Cosmic Tree's mystery. I am but a messenger. Theodore, you can call me, but let us focus on you. Thea is a broken land. The underworld is shut, and the undead roam the earth, and creatures of darkness that ruled for a century want you dead. First, go and explore your village. Check the inventory to see your stocks and set people to gather food and fuel, like wood. Without food, people will starve, and without fuel, they will not craft or even heal, so these are really important. Yes, once you've visited your village, check out the people standing outside, the exploring party. Select your party and send them to me. I will wait for your people outside the village. I have marked your people's map with a big blue question mark so they will see where I am. Oh, and if you ever forget what your current task is, just check out your logbook.
And I get XP? Oh, that is just great. This reminds me of Age of Wonders, but a whole lot better than Civilization. Oh, okay. That's my inventory.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done. Events such as meeting me will accrue or within your village, so remember, leaving your settlement up at camp when you're out exploring. To set up camp, stand on an empty hex and choose the tent icon from the mini HUD. Good. Now events can lead to conversations or just random disasters, but they can also lead to challenges. To show you what I mean, track down a pack of boars nearby, marked by a blue question mark, and bring me back their bones.
Because I got a quest.
You find the boars Theodore told you about. There is only a couple, so it should not be too hard. However, instead of a straight fight, you can try to do a proper hunt. If you have the right skills, that is. Or better yet, you can go all native on these beasties and wrestle them to the ground. Not an easy option, that one.
Alright, the more skulls, I'm assuming the more risk.
Great. You have the right skill, in this case gathering, to enter into an alternate challenge. In non-fight challenges, the wounds you get during the challenge do not carry over after it finishes, meaning you have less of a risk of dying.
Oh, this is better. Alright,
You stalked the boars like a pro and caught them unaware. Your loot may not be as plentiful as a straight fight, but you did not risk getting wounds, so your people will not have the danger of dying now.
There's more nature. We're gonna need vegetables mostly. Oh, we need people here. Great. I didn't realize this. Oh, there is more resources we could grab. starting to get it. It makes sense. Oh, I got skill points. Alright. Let me save just in case. Oh, that's perfect. How do I end my turn? Is that all the people I have? So I have more people.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done. Wonderful. Well done. And keep your resources. They may come in handy on a rainy day, you know. As you saw, you got both experience points and research points, on top of any material rewards. All of these will help you grow stronger. So, you've discovered that some events will let you solve a situation through more than combat. These non-combat challenges are often just as hard, but it means that fighting is not the only way. Remember, wounds from combat challenges can kill your people even after the fight, so choosing a different path is often safer. And having a medic in your party will help decrease the chances of dying as well. Anyway, great job on the boars. Sure. Firstly, you can always ask me for my tips again. Reset the tutorial in the help menu. But just to give you some of the core tips, initiative is randomly rolled at the start of each challenge, so you have no control over this. Your party is split into two hands, tactical and offensive, and again, this is done randomly. Cards attack their closest enemy on either side, and the round begins from left to right of the table. There are various skills and weapon types that give you special tactical and offensive capabilities. These are only a few pointers, so check out the help manual for more detailed information. Practice makes perfect, you know. So now that the boars are done for, let's practice one more challenge type: social encounters. I spotted a fellow demon called Hurlik, and I want you to convince him to give you some gold. When you have it, bring it back here.
Alright. Oh, over there? That's not that far. Alright, how do I get rid of these resources and start? Oh, build an encampment there. That's nice. gonna like
Thea is
random.
not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea. Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
This is quite interesting. Oh, okay, I see. This will speed things up.
You find the Herlick Theodore spoke of. He sits on a rock and stares at you with his large yellow eyes.
What do you want? You looking for trouble? 'Cause I could get you some.
He clenches his tiny fists at you.
Little? Who are you calling little, you overgrown pile of softy fish bags, you?
The creature huffs and puffs at you, shaking its fists violently.
Sir, don't you see that I am a woman? Ah, but a compliment, you say? Well, I suppose being little is way better than being big. So you're kind of clever to call each other little, even though you're clearly vertically challenged. So, what's your business here? All right. Theodore is clearly up to his old tricks. Sending you here for his gold. Here you go, and tell him to come himself next time.
Now that was a challenge.
It is time for the Night of the Goat, a feast in honor and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Ziadi. You set a table with food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But this night, the Ziadi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man, speaks with a heavy, coarse voice.
Grandchildren, now we shall cleanse you of any curses you carry, and if your souls are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city, and if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more.
The Ziadi all nod in agreement, then disappear.
That is amazing. I gotta go see Ziadi. Oh, that looks bad. Are we good on food? We're getting low on food, actually. We got so much wood. We're gonna need more vegetables.
A pigeon flies to your village with a note attached. It reads, "Dear residents of the lovely settlement, if you will, please visit my humble abode, placed not so far from your lovely home. It is very nice. I am a blacksmith of dwarven tradition, and I have an offering for you, kind people. Yes, there is a small map drawn in strange purple glowing ink."
Oh, not that far. You know what? Let's bring out our soldiers. There There you go. There you go. You take that shield. Putting you on an expedition. Got a lot of soldiers. Oh, spider's nest. That's not good.
Hidden away in a quiet alcove, you discover a single house amongst ruins of some old town. There is smoke coming from the chimney and the sound of hammering inside. This is clearly a smithy. You notice an unusually large pile of rocks sitting by the house. As you approach, the hammering stops and a dwarf walks out to greet you.
That's far enough, Rangers. You do not want to anger Thea. She gets very jumpy, that one.
The pile of rocks opens its eyes and stares at you. It's definitely a rock drop.
Hey, your village, well, truth be told, I look around me. I don't like trust any stranger coming to see me. Unless I want you to, you will not find your way here. Hence the invite. Now this brings me to why you did find me. I have a wee problem, and if you help, I will give you a full set of armor with some good weapons and all. You see, I've got me a kind of, well, a female problem. Well, it's kind of embarrassing. You know, us fallen dwarves, that is, the ones who stayed behind when the darkness came, we tend to be solitary types, at least when it comes to females. After all, no dwarven woman chose this fate, but it's not what I mean.
In any case, the story cut short, there is a cute demon girl, the nice type mind you, living nearby, and, well, I tried impressing her with my smithing, but she doesn't like weapons. I tried sweet talking, but turns out it ain't my best feature. So if you go and convince her to go out with me, I will give you the prize. This is a serious matter, mind you. She can get a bit nasty if you're not careful, and I've been trying for decades now. Anyway, I don't know how much you do know of them water demons, but just try not to dance with her. And probably avoid going for a swim, and, well, just be careful. She's a sneaky one. Excellent. Here's a map of the local area. I marked roughly the spots where she hangs out, but I think she may be on the move with her sisters, so just, yeah, watch out.
Way over here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's expanding. I don't like that.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You open one of the buildings, a strange-looking stone and metal-built affair, and you hear a clunking noise, then a blunt thud. Before you are able to do anything, you see a skeleton charging your way. You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Nice!
A small group of travellers passes by kindness. They tell you of a herbalist living in a solitary hut out in the wilderness. They say she can cure any poison and even heal wounds, for a price, of course. They give you a map to the herbalist's hut and depart on their journey.
Nice. We're getting access to everything.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city. You open one of the buildings. You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Cleared out the enemies. There you go. Okay, I can't give him a shield. Who else can I give the shield to? No one at the moment. And we're crushing everything in sight. Retreat to the village. Oh, wait, I think we need to stop by there first.
You enter the ruins of an old town, although you only know this because the Ziadi told you so, as there are only stones covered in moss and plant life. But you do see a group of old men, huddled together over a large oaken table. The Ziadi do not turn to you, but one speaks.
Grandchildren have come. Our help they seek, but are they too weak?
Another speaks up.
They come for aid, but rules have to be laid. We take our food that will change our mood.
A wicker basket appears before you, and you know these forefathers will not speak to you more unless you feed them.
You seek our aid and guidance you shall receive, for each dark curse has its own flavor, and so the relief lies in different realms. You will face a challenge, our child, and if you pass, you shall be cleansed. If your body has been wounded by a dark force and will not heal, cursed you are, and you must speak to the spirits of healing to lift this taint. If your flesh is weakened, you must stand by our table and prove you have the tactical wits to outsmart the curse. If you have been deformed by evil forces, you will sneak up to a water nymph and steal a strand of her hair. We can then lift the curse for you. And if you have been cursed by the darkness itself, you will hunt down Abyss, and once you have him, we will transfer the darkness away from you and into the beast. Don't worry, we will shield you from his attacks if you fail.
We gotta retreat to the village! back in the house. There we go.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild. Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Make sure I armed everybody in this village. Won the challenge.
An unexpected visitor, Theodore, arrives at your village.
Your food stocks have grown. Your people are learning how to live in the awakened Thea once more. But the darkness is not gone. Always looming in the shadows, lurking behind corners. It is time to try and find clues as to what happened and how to repair it. Ah, that's the spirit. I knew we could count on you. I must warn you, others have tried and failed before you, so the road will not be easy. I know some, but I do not hold the answers you need to seek. I know that once Thea was a land ruled by high magic. A land where demons were kept in check by the peoples, and by the cosmic balance upheld by the gods. The pillars of Thea stood sturdy and held our world together. Now the barriers between the lands of the living and those of the dead are torn asunder, and thus darkness holds a tight grip on us. Without your aid, whatever made the sun return may not hold for long, and the age of darkness may descend upon us once again.
There have been those who sought to undo this curse, those who were charged with the guardianship of Thea's pillars, and who have failed us. Some were the ancient peoples you call elves. Some were avatars of your gods, and some just people who proved worthy. And yet they all failed thus far. Here, on this map, I marked a spot where one such guardian may hold answers for you.
Without giving you a chance to say anything more, Theodore disappears, leaving you with a map.
That's not that far. If I could build another pasture, what? Are you serious? I could build more? Alright, let's do it then. This is a really good game so far. It was $18 and it's not that bad. It's really good. Alright, so this wait, properties backstab and bone material. I need to start crafting weapons. need more gatherers. I almost have a lot of food. Me end the turn and see what happens. Yep. It gets better every time. Alright, hold on a second, let me figure out how to save this game. Well, that was a good game. I might do more episodes of this actually. So anyways, that was Thea the Awakening, Return of the Giant. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye, let's go!